Welcome back to another anime review. We are reviewing Kimono's Journey. And I'd like to give a quick shout out at the end of this video, so like and subscribe and watch it through the whole entire video because you're gonna like it. KK, Kimono's Journey. Now, what do I begin? Well, we're gonna focus on a couple episodes. I'm not gonna spoil the whole entire fucking series. Because I think that you guys deserve to watch this. There are 13 episodes. I watched the 2003-2004 version, not the newer one that was like in, I don't know, like 2011 or something like that. But that one has less episodes. This one has 13 episodes, and it's really dark and depressing. First off, I like to say this. When it comes to each scenario, there's a couple of them that introduce. We're going to start in episode 4, because episode 4 is the flashback episode of our main character. She is a little girl, and she is supposed to be an innkeeper to help her parents out. The thing is the fact that the traveler, Kino's, he's the traveler. He repairs a bike, that the bike is named Hermes, and the bike can talk to her. Which, that's how she gets the bike. The only reason why she gets the bike is the traveler saves his life by getting stabbed by her own father because they were about to kill her because he decides to warp her mind. She doesn't want to be an innkeeper. So instead of just like letting it be, they automatically want to kill her. That's fucked up in itself. And the only reason why she's supposed to be an innkeeper is that when she turns 12, her brain she gets surgery by removing her 12-year-old brain and getting an adult brain so she can live happy even though she doesn't like her fucking job. That's fucking dark and depressing. So I did not like that episode. And the episode was like really fucking dark and depressing. And the guy who owned the bike and who repaired the bike in the first place, she decides to take the bike and decides to name her. Her name is Konos, the main character of the anime, and also the main title character's name, because we don't know her full name automatically. Now the episodes that kind of interest me were the second episode. The first episode was the first one that's really intriguing. The first episode is where the main character goes to this village, and the whole entire city is run by robots. Everything is dirt cheap, and that's what happens. The main reason being is that there are some people there, but they live far apart because they drink some of the water, and when you drink water and the other person drinks the same water that you did, you can read each other's thoughts. And that's why, because then they start bad shitting each other and start beating the crap out of each other. Luckily, our hero never drank it, so she can talk to one of the locals there, and they were fine. So that's why. The second episode is when she saves 3 guys that were stuck in the snowbank. So they needed food, so she ended up killing 3 rabbits so that way they can live, and she actually got them unstuck. The thing about that though is the fact that they turn around and try to kidnap her because of the fact that they're slave traders. So when they want all her guns and all her knives down, she decides to end up blowing the first guy's brains out, then stabbing the second guy, using him as a human shield, while the third guy shoots him so she can block him, kicks the guy towards him, and then she points a gun to his face, and the guy's like, "Oh crap! I'm not gonna. I will beg for my life or something." No, she just ends up executing her. And then when she looks inside the carriage that they were holding, they ate all the rest of the people because a ghost came out of the fucking out of the carriage, and the fact that they ate people because they were starving to death. That is fucking dope. And then she decides to wonder if it was alright to kill 3 people, 3 rabbits, just to save 3 people that she automatically killed at the end. So that's a interesting concept. I think the only 2 episodes that... Sorry, I'm out of breath. I'm talking too much. But the only 2 episodes that actually are connected are episode 5 and episode 6. And I think that's when she goes in to do gladiator shit. The king is a fucking dipshit. He is the fucking king who's an asshole. He decides he wants to marry one of the two female characters in the top four. Problem is though is the fact that she does not kill anyone, and same goes for the prince. The prince is also part of this death battle. So the thing that happened is the fact that our main character, decides to pull out the gun and she's gonna shoot the last person, which is the prince who made it to the finals just like she did. She decides to kill the king that was up top because of the fact that he killed one of the other contestants while she did not want to kill them. She did not. Our main character doesn't like killing unless she has to, like the slave traders and stuff. So that's it. Then the only happy episode that I can remember was the episode where she's trying to help someone learn how to fly, which that baffles the fuck out of me. What era are we in? Because there's some episodes where you can't fly. There's no planes or anything like that. So she helps out a person that made a plane that looks like one of the planes in the like early ages of planing, when you had the early planes, the first planes in this world, but yet you have fucking robots and androids in episodes like 7, 8, 9, or 10, and I'm like, what the fuck? So that's the main reason why that episode is really interesting. It's the only happy episode that actually has a happy ending. All the rest of the episodes are really dark and depressing. Like the android lady, she created 3 androids, and then we find out what happened to her in the past in the 3 androids that she made that are living with her. She's the only human left. And the funny thing is the fact that the 3 androids talk about her, and knowing that, they try to they serve her. That's what they do. The problem with them, though, however, is the fact that they don't eat food because they're androids. Of course not. But she dies at the very end of the episode. And then they explain to our character who the hell she is. Apparently, the old lady lost her husband and son from a bombing or something, because the world's gone to shit in this country world. So after our main hero that has no interest in helping them out because they want to be her friend, they decide to fall off the cliff and do that. It's really, really depressing all the way through. Now, when it comes to every single fucking place, I like to say this. It's kind of like Mushi-Shi. Mushi-Shi, if you must know, is a 27 episode Mushi-Shi. It's one of my top 5 animes of all time. It's at number 4, by the way. If you want to look at that video, you can. But to be honest with you, there's a lot of vibes to it. There's only 2 differences when it comes to both. Well, technically 3 differences between Kino's journey and Mushi-Shi. First off, Mushi-Shi came out later. Kino's journey came first before Mushi-Shi. 2, Kino's journey is more depressing than Mushi-Shi. Mushi-Shi mostly has more happy endings in every episode than the other episode. Excuse me, my apologies. The third thing that's different between the 2 is the fact that Mushi-Shi, the main character from Mushi-Shi, goes to different countries. The same goes for Kino's journey, but the thing is that he goes to the same countries multiple times. He doesn't go to different countries every single episode. And the fourth thing is that Kino's journey is a lot shorter than Mushi-Shi. I like how they do the last episode. She enters the city, and the city has a bad reputation of being massive fucking pricks. So but those rumors are false because they treat her with kindness and respect. The thing is, though, is the fact that later in the episode, at the end of the episode, the whole entire village gets wiped out from an active volcano, and everyone freaking dies from the lava heat. And then they gave her some stuff, and that's the thing is that hit you more than not. So you leave your village, or you leave your village, or you stay true to yourself. That's the thing. This whole entire anime makes you think of what you should do in a situation. That's what this anime is for. Now, I'm not going to give out all the episodes. Like, I've given you like 5 or 6. But I love this anime. This anime is fucking good. I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10. This is probably like the first 10 out of 10 I haven't done in like ever. I got invested in every episode. The only episode that I did not like is episode 12, where she enters a country where they're having games. They were at war with another country for 192 years. That's fucking long. But then 15 years ago, they decided to switch it up by having a game of it, by slaughtering innocent people from the people that they were fighting for land or something. I don't know what the fuck is going. But then after the traveler leaves, the people that they were slaughtering want her head. So their compensation is to kill the traveler who's not doing anything. And that's the main reason why. I thought it was really awkward, really interesting that the guy from the hotel room said that you don't have to use your gun, but you can have your gun. If she let her gun go, that's where it gets. Then she's probably gonna die because she uses a gun and they get scared shitless because that's all they care about. So, what are my thoughts on this anime? It's really fucking good. I love this anime from beginning to end. One episode, which is the war episode, that I did not like. Every other episode, though, tells you a really good story about the episode. I remember the other episode that I like was that I didn't understand actually was the episode where the computer in the rail train. The rail train made no sense. You had a guy polishing the rails so that way they can make the thing more accessible because it's a train. They want to make sure that it's polished. When our main character, she goes up a little further ahead, you see a guy dismantling the fucking railroads, and then after a few minutes later, she sees a guy making new railroads. It's like a never-ending story. The thing is, though, is the fact that the first two guys she tells about a story, and then the third guy she doesn't. But then again, the characters say the same thing when she leaves. That's the really interesting concept of it, and that's why I don't get it, to be honest with you. So yeah, I know everything about this anime. I love this anime to death. I'm not going to spoil anything. Just watch the anime as a whole. Any more stuff about the anime, because I loved every single episode. Except for that war episode. That episode is good. But I would like to also give a quick shout out to Sir Jacob. Sir Jacob recommended this to me, and I thank you for doing so. Because right now, Sir Jacob is 3-1-1. What do you mean by that? He's recommended me. I've watched 5 animes that he's recommended me. He got J Guy. That was a good anime, so that's 1. And then I watched Master Keaton. That was also a good one, so that's 2. And now this one, which is also a good one, which is 3. The fourth one was 91 Days. I did not like that one because I'm not a big fan of mafia movies. But then again, J Guy had the mafia, but the only difference is that did not focus on the mafia as much, so that's what I liked about that. And then the 5th anime is Hunter x Hunter, which is the one that has on the. That's why he's 3-1-1. The last one is Hunter x Hunter because I knew it was going to be good because it's Shonen Jump, and most Shonen Jump animes are really fucking popular. So I count that one as void. So yeah, and I already knew about Hunter x Hunter to some extent before going into it, but I still have to review the newer one, which I will do. But for now, the next 2 animes, I'm picking one, and then after that anime's done, we're going to Fruit Basket. I said I was going to do Fruit Basket by the end of the. My deadline for the Fruit Basket review will be probably around May, I hope. But that's if I binge watch my next anime, because I'm already up to 328 animes that I've watched completed and finished. There's some of them that I have to revisit because some of them have gotten new seasons. But that's beside the point. But I give this one a 10 out of 10. I loved every second episode except for that war episode. That episode was fucked up. But I hope you guys have a nice positive day. What do you guys think of Kino's journey? Even though I'm saying it wrong because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But Japanese names are really fucking hard for me for some stupid reason. But I hope you guys have a nice positive day. Take care. And I'm going to be watching a new anime that I'm choosing. After that will be Fruit Basket. And then after that we'll be watching a new anime that Sir Jacob recommends to me. That's what my goal is. Okay? Okay, so stay positive, everyone. Woohoo! So yeah.